What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang on out for yet another little bit and play some of this fantastic game. Probably easily my top indie game of the year. I think I would have a hard time picking anything else. It's just in terms of quality versus the quantity of content that you get. This game is, you'll eat up 80 hours on your first playthrough, no problem. I think I'm sitting at 40 or 50 right now. Just between this playthrough and my stream playthrough, both of which are not that far into the game. And so when it comes down to it, the game is remarkably polished. I've never had a single crash. It's just like, it's a no-brainer. You gotta go with it. You gotta go with your gut on this one. I think it's a good purchase for anybody that's into like Harvest Moon or anything like that. This is like Harvest Moon moving over to the PC. And that's a pretty big deal because there's not a lot of farming games out there that you get to play when you're in this business. You either like subscribe to Nintendo or you just don't get farming games. There's like a lot of more hardcore stuff too, like Farming Simulator and whatnot, but I'm not into that. I'm not into that noise. I don't want to go that far in. I'm not that dedicated to the cause. I'm just going to get rid of that. I think I'll probably just sell... Damn. We got so much stuff to clear out, and I know our inventory is going to fill up with a quickness once we start doing these geodes too, because that's what we're going to be focused on today. That's the big thing for us, is I wanted to sit down. I wanted to roll them bones. I wanted to gamble a little bit. I may be going to Vegas in the near future. My bachelor party is getting planned out at the moment because I am getting married. I have a fiance now, which is pretty cool. She said yes, which might be among the better things that's ever happened in my life. You gotta know when you find that keeper. I've been through a lot of them that were not keepers. Like, and you'd be like 3 months into the relationship and you're like, I'm really starting to get that feeling that this is not something that I want to spend the rest of my life involved with. I think this entire thing, not working for me right now. And so you gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run, son. That's a big lesson you're gonna learn in life. There are definitely certain attributes in the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever, just in a partner, somebody to share your life with. It's indicative. There are things like if they're constantly like putting you down, or they're like, if you have like success in any way, or if you like have a job that you really like but they're always putting it down, anybody that's trying to hold you back rather than watch you fly, that's a big one for me, because I've noticed that a lot with people. Like, they just want to fade whatever it is you're doing because they feel bad about whatever it is they're doing. I'm not down with that right there. You got to be on board with me or we just can't share space. Kyanite right there. A beautiful little cubic piece of rock. A little bit of stone. Okay, it looks like we're going to strike out. Oh, that's new right there. What is that? Fluorapatite. That's interesting. I know what fluorite is, and I know what apatite is, but I've never heard of fluorapatite. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I'm going to assume that it is. Soapstone. Okay, I don't think that's a new one right there. Basically, I don't even know what I have and what I don't have anymore. Oh, that one's kind of new looking. A lunarite. Okay. Let's try the omnis right now and see what we get out. We got a dwarvish helmet. A little bit of copper. That's kind of a bust. And then what is that right there? Is that something we've had? A ghost crystal. Interesting, interesting, interesting. A little bit more gold right there. What is that thing? Is that like a desert rose? A barite? Ah, okay. Desert roses are kind of these beautiful little formations that you can find out when you're... Oh, a meteorite. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's just basalt? I thought it was a meteorite right there. It had kind of that lumpy... Basalt is actually just like lava stone. That's all that it is. It's just lava stone. That's what lava cools into. And in fact, that's what the majority of Hawaii is made out of. We have a bunch of new shit in here. Actually, I thought that we already... Oh, we did have some of those. Okay. So it looks like I missed out on some of these. We'll throw that in there. Put that on that side. Man, we have got to be getting so close. Like, for real. We've got to be... We don't have any... It doesn't seem like you have anything to donate. Man, we have so much stuff right now. This is a book by Marnie. Animals are very sensitive. They like to be pet every day and prefer to eat grass outdoors than dry hay. They don't like being outside in the rain, though. Happy animals produce higher quality products. I didn't know that about the rain thing, and so I guess you guys probably told me in the comments, but I haven't been doing so well at reading my comments lately. I've been kind of piss poor at it, and I apologize for that. As somebody that's like leading and part of a community, I need to be better about it. And I've been trying. I've been in the comments a lot more recently. Last 2 weeks, I've answered more comments than I probably have in the last 6 months or so. I try to get in there. I like to have the exchange. And for a while, I just didn't go into the comments because of the negativity. Like, it seems to me that there's always a lot of people that want to drag me down when I'm in the comments and they say, like, mean things. And it gets to me. I've got a real thin shell that way. I sincerely do it. It's hard for me to grow thick skin because that's not who I am. I'm the kind of person that wants to square up with a quickness, you know what I mean? And it's a personality flaw. When somebody says something mean to me, I want to say something mean right back and just be like, square up, fool! and throw those hands up above my head. But, like, I can't do that on the internet. I can't do that. And the inability to, like, strike back is a big downfall for me. I'm real on the internet. I feel like that's one of the main things for me that sets my channel apart is that, like, you get me on this channel. I talked about that in the last weekend review. I talked about that where a lot of YouTubers, they put on a front for you guys, and it's entertainment for them. They're playing a character while they're on here, and they don't care if you insult the character. It's not a big deal to them. To me, this is me on the internet having a good time, hanging out, joking around with all of you. Have I given her presents this week? I have not. Let's give her some spiceberry jelly. Thank you. This looks special. Good. I'm trying to... Oh, she walked away. She had to eat that right now. She's like, hold on, I'm about to make some toast today. That reminds me, I haven't eaten today. I haven't had anything to eat, and it's like 4 in the afternoon, and I got up at like 8 o'clock this morning. Sometimes I get busy. I get real busy, and I don't mean like getting busy on the dance floor. Like, I wake up, and I just forget to eat. I forget to do stuff, and it's an easy thing to forget to do, too. That's the real sad part about it. All right, let's get rid of this. Breakfast is important, though. I try to get breakfast done because it's one of my favorites. I love breakfast foods and stuff like that. I feel like we did not have... Oh, the ghost crystal is not something that we sell. Well, I don't know if I should sell it or not. I feel like selling someone's cultural heritage is a shitty thing to do. Like, I sold that dwarf helmet, and I instantly felt regret for it. I felt bad. I was just like, man, that feels like a really douche-knobbly thing to do. Like, you should, like, donate it or something. But they already have it donated. The other thing I'll probably do is I'll probably walk over to the Adventurers Guild today and get rid of these two. And then I'll probably focus on farming materials for the rest of the day. We're sitting on 38 coal at the moment. I'd like to get a couple more bee-boxes made before we go do anything else. Error to bee-box. Yeah, we can get some iron ore and some wood. And if I can make like 3 more of those. I'd like to get these all housed inside their own building and not put anything else inside the building so that we have all of our special stuff inside of a building. So like our forges and all that kind of stuff, they are all in the same area, but they're inside of like a housing or whatever. It feels weird leaving them out in the open, and I don't think I want to do that for too much longer. I'll probably get rid of all this ore too. Just get rid of everything that's in here. I don't care, and I'm not going to smelt it. That looks all right to me. We'll get rid of the jellies. We'll get rid of like the rest of that stack, honestly. Let's get rid of all of it. And then I'm going to take these eggs. I'm keeping the big egg for later. I think we can use that with a set or something like that. Or maybe I've already done it. We've got the artisan bundle right here. It's not on that one, but it might be the animal bundle. Yeah, we got the big egg right there. And we can actually do one of either quantity. We had large milks, but we already did that large egg right there. Okay. We can get the duck eggs too and the goat milks. Might be worth it to get a couple goats. I'll think about it. Let's go over, and I'm going to drop off some of the stuff with the Adventurers Guild to clear out my inventory. After that, maybe we'll swing down. Actually, let's do Marnie first, because Marnie, she'll be at the house, and I think she bails out kind of early. I think she leaves at like 4 o'clock. And so if we don't get in there right now for our goats, I don't think that we're going to be able to. Or I could go in on 4 more cows. 4 more cows might work. I think I have all females, and I don't think that they breed. It's not breeding season anyways. I think that's when spring comes around. It's always funny to me, though, when you see those baby cows out in the field. Around here, we have lots of sheep fields, and we have lots of cow fields. And it's always adorable. I like to drive by the fields every once in a while and just sit there and look at them for a bit. Oh, she is not in here right now. Okay. He's got an N64 or something going on right there. I'm jelly. I've been thinking about picking up an N64. My best friend picked up a Wii last night because he wanted to play Smash. It was just like an impulse thing for him. Total impulse thing. At like 10 o'clock at night, he was like, yeah, this guy just hit me back up in Fairfield, and he's got himself a Wii, and he's got Smash and a couple other things, and I kind of want to play Monster Hunter. I was trying to talk about, I was like, dude, you might as well go with the U at this point. I mean, if you don't have a Wii, they've updated everything, and they've put it all in the Wii U, so it seems like kind of a waste, but he didn't want to listen to me. He was like, yeah, but it's like 35 bucks, man. I was like, that is true. 35 bucks is pretty cheap. We didn't get anything from those. All right, let's go out to the Adventurers Guild. I told you guys we're going to get something done here today, and we are going to get her done. Let's go up here. That's how I say get her done. I lose syllable. Get her done. Let's lose my voice right there. I've been having a hell of a time this allergy season. I need to go get some local honey, and you can tell everybody has allergy problems because the second they get crates of local honey in at like all the supermarkets, it's gone like instantly. All you can see is empty pallets. And so I think a lot of people are having problems with it right now. A lot of people are struggling at the moment. We'll get the bee boxes done at the end of the day. That should set us up for the spring so that we got loads and loads and loads of honey coming around. Honey sells for a pretty decent price, and it makes a pretty solid gift. There's probably a book or something right there. So I'll go after that in just a minute. I feel like we're pretty close on the museum. I feel like we're really, really close, but I don't know if we're quite done with it yet. When is the festival? I gotta go look at the... Hey, Gil, wake up. We got a visitor. Yes, you do. Magnet ring and some combat boots. Not as lucrative as I had thought. Probably not worth. It's probably not worth the walk out here, but whatever. Slimes. We're not even close to killing enough slimes right now. Bats we're getting closer to, though. Bats we're getting reasonably close to. Duggies we could probably bang out in an afternoon if we wanted to. We just got to find enough of those fertile dirt patches that they pop up in. Oh, hey. Ah, there's another book. When does it tell you? Does it give you a splash when you're done with all of the books? Like when you get done with them? Oh, if I had my rod right there, there's a good spot too. Damn. Ah, well. Let's go see if we can do that Dougie thing real fast. They're kind of hard to come by, but I think if we can just keep an eye out for them, we'll probably do pretty well. I'm not going to mess with copper or anything right now. We got an okay supply of copper laying around. I should be able to one-shot most of the stuff in here, so it shouldn't be too much of a time investment, nor should it be too much exertion involved with this adventure. This is a cool opportunity to get some more stone, though, too. So there it is. Our energy's a tad low. Just because I didn't sleep so well last night, I know that feeling. I had that happen yesterday. I was up all night dealing with just a bunch of stuff, just fiddling around trying to hustle on this task that I was trying to get done. And I knew if I didn't get it done, there was like there was a time limit on it. There was a contractual time limit on the business that I was trying to deal with. Otherwise, somebody else would swoop up the job, and I was trying to get it done hella quick, but it was just like, oh, Dwarf Scroll 1, we got it, good. A way down has appeared. I'm sorry if that was a little bit spastic for you. I'm sorry if I got a little, this should be, oh, we got a crab right there too. Duggies, you down here? There's a Dougie right there. Let's kill him off. I think I needed like 7 more of these little bastards in here. And I think if you hang around long enough, they come back or something. I don't know. Duggies seem to be pretty frequent, I hope. I don't know. I'm trying to get a Corsair endorsement right now. I love Corsair's peripherals. Like, for real. I love everything that Corsair makes, like the K70 and their mice. I've been a big fan of Corsair. I love the weight of all of their stuff. Like, everything they make is hella heavy duty, and I'm really, really rough on my peripherals. And I like it when something sits on the desk, you know what I mean? When it's got like a little bit of a thump to it when it sits on the desk. And I find that they satisfy in a lot of ways when it comes to their good stuff. Any Dougies around here that want to jump up in and get me? Dougies, where you at? Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Man, all my women love me. That's like one of those songs that was hella popular for a while, and like I never got tired of it. I still bump that song when it comes on the radio. I bump it hella loud. There's another one, that new E40 track, Slappin'. Oh my god, that shit goes. It took a while, but E40 finally got a track that represents the Bay and like goes as hard as Tell Me When to Go did. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Slapping. That comes on the radio and I go, like, it's slapping. I'm like hanging out the window, acting all stupid in the suburbs. It's slapping. That song, I get hyphy real quick when that one comes on. Windows all rolled down, seat all jacked back. Start driving like 30 miles an hour faster. Like, hey! Oh, man. Got my Thiz face on. It happens. Bay Area folks, you know it happens. It happens to us. Anything comes on that's hyphy, we get hyped. It's a Bay Area thing. It's a thing that we do here, and it's like specific to us. If you don't know about hyphy, so hyphy is like a musical movement. It started, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint. Mac Dre promoted it the most. Like, hyphy's been a thing for a while, though. And there's a bunch of hyphy guys out there. There's Rick Rock does a whole bunch of stuff. He's like the main DJ for the hyphy movement, and it's basically like, it's a musical movement around drug use. That's all that you that's all you really need to know. But it's based around thizzin', and if you don't know what thizzin' is that point where you've had just enough like substance to where like you're over the hill and you're feeling like super good and you're hella sloppy, but you're not gonna like die. And so if somebody's got their Thiz face on, it's usually just like this dumb look that looks like they just like peed their pants, and they'd be out on the dance floor just like, hey, looking all sloppy and loose, and there's like dance moves that go along with it and everything like that. Thizzin', it's been around in the Bay for a while, and hyphy is the music that goes around that. And so hyphy music tends to have like a lot of weird like bubbly noises, like a lot of trippy noises inside of it and stuff like that. Very, very popular down here from, you know, from the city to the town, all the way down to like San Jose. I mean, they keep it real. They keep it real. The Bay goes hard. The Bay goes real hard when it comes to that stuff. And E40 just put out a track that's like, it's got that sound. It's got that endemic sound. There's Trax-A-Million does a lot of hyphy stuff too. Trax-A-Million, I haven't heard him on a lot of stuff lately though. I think Trax-A-Million, I don't know if he hung it up or what. I haven't heard him on like anything lately spinning. It's been mostly Rick Rock beats around here for the last 2 or 3 years. And then Mustard, there's been a debacle where everybody said that DJ Mustard bit he bit Rick Rock's style, and you can hear it with a lot of it. But I think it's derived from, but I don't think he bit it. I think he borrowed a lot of the sound, but it's like a 50-50 split because a lot of what Mustard does is like his own sound mixed with like that Rick Rock hyphy sound from the Bay. And so I don't think I would go so far as to say that he bit it. That seems a little bit disrespectful because he's definitely got his own thing going on. But I think that I've heard some of his tracks where it's just like, yeah, that's definitely that's a thizzle beat right there, baby. That's a hyphy beat right there. If he was from the Bay, nobody would question it. They'd be like, yeah, he fits right in. But it's okay. I mean, that's what music is all about. A lot of music is about sampling and borrowing and stuff like that. And so I never understand why people get hella offended by it when something sounds like it's from a certain region. As long as they shout out that region, like on one of their like interviews or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, man, I love the Bay or whatever. I don't like tend to be too worried about it. I think our inventory's full. It's like one of those stupid things that like people get hella mad about and like shoot at each other over that I feel like is super stupid and like unjustifiable. Starting all kinds of beef and whatnot. Not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just not that big of a deal. Let's walk on home. It's time to go. You're getting a Bay Area crash course, a primer right now. If you move to this area and you're into hip-hop, you need to know. It'll stick out like a sore thumb. You got to know all the who's who around here, too, when you're into hip-hop because people question you on it. They'll be like, so are you actually into, like, Bay Area hip-hop? I'm like, yeah, I grew up around here, man. Of course I'm into Bay Area hip-hop. Everything from Boosie to Nicotina to, I mean, there's all kinds of guys around here. Clyde Carson. There's a bunch of guys that are under the radar at the moment. I'd have to sit down and go through I think Keeley and Zaire, a couple of transplants. I haven't heard anything from them for a while either. I have to go through my iTunes. Right now if I wanted to list them all for you. But, yep. Got that diversified iPod at the moment. Mostly Bay Area music, though, because I represent. I love where I come from, to be honest. I think if you forget where you come from, that's one of the worst things that can ever happen to a person. Like, I got friends that, like, grew up here, and then, like, the second they moved to Los Angeles or, like, New York City or something, because they want to fit in there hella bad because they live there now. They just, like, talk real bad about where they're from. They be like, oh, it sucks out there, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, this is where you came from, though. How are you going to disrespect the place that raised you like that? I don't know. It just feels dark to me. It doesn't feel right. I try to represent hard. Within limits. I can't go too hard because I can't give away my position on the map and whatnot because I got people that are trying to, like, dox me and all kinds of other crazy stuff. The joy of working on the internet, my friends. I'm just going to sell the sneakers. They're not worth... I'm sorry, I'm going to break the sneakers. They're not worth anything anyways. However, this dwarf scroll might be useful. Did I turn in the crab on that set that we had previously? I think I did. We did the fish tank, and I think we already turned that in. Lake fish bundle. We needed a sturgeon on that one. We're still waiting on the sturgeon. Waiting on a sturgeon over there. I've had ghost fish. I think I just need to kill ghosts to get those. Sandfish and wood skips, though. I don't know exactly where I picked those up from. They might be in that desert map. Like, every now and again, a train comes through, and they're like, hey, a train's coming through. And you can, like, be a part of that, or you can not be a part of that. Or maybe you fish them out, like, lower. These guys over here, though, somebody said we needed a chub for one of our sets, but I don't see it around here anywhere. Like, somebody shouted it out hard. They were like, yeah, man, you walk right past that chub, and I don't see where it is. Just to prove, oh, we got the blacksmith bundle. Let's turn that in, too. We'll get that done right now. We'll turn that in today. Finished. Locked down. Nothing to worry about. Give me those things, and then we'll put that in there, and we'll grab those. That looks pretty good. Let me dump off the rest of this crap, though, with the rest of the junk loot and whatnot. I'm all out of mixed seeds. I used those up like at the beginning of the year. We got a bunch of ancient seeds, though, that I can get growing. I will probably throw those out there just in case. It seems like a waste to me to not get it finished off right now. Let me grab that right there. I've been in a dub C lately, actually, as far as hip-hop goes. My tattoo guy, I've got a tattoo guy that I go see pretty frequently because I'm a big fan of tattooing and body art. I love tattooing and body art. And I'm lucky enough to be in a job right now to where nobody discriminates based on that. Like, if you've got tattoos and stuff, it tends to be a little bit harder to get jobs. And I definitely have sleeves. I'm working on one sleeve right now. Okay, pluralization is probably not okay. Let me hoe it on up over here. Be a hoe, faux show. There it is. And then we'll throw these seeds in. I think they'll grow right now. These are probably all seasons. I don't think it wants to be planted right now. Yeah. Intradasting. Okay, never mind. We're not going to plant those right now. Our life is ruined, so we're not going to do that. Let's head on back this way. And what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I was going to turn in that scroll because I think we have 2, 3, and 4. And if we have 1, we might be able to talk to the dwarf. And I think he's some kind of vendor or something like that. And so that's something I've been leaving this playthrough like really, really blind because I don't want to know. I don't want to ruin it for myself, and it's so easy to ruin stuff. This game is all about the surprises and like learning about how things work. I'm looking for 40 copper ores. Nah, I'm not really interested. On this side, we got Evelyn's birthday tomorrow. I'll probably try to swing some mayo that way, or maybe we'll bring some maple syrup out to her. We got to make some bee-boxes today, too. I keep forgetting about that. I got too many random things. Like, do you guys get that when you play Stardew Valley? I get overwhelmed because I have too many tasks running at the same time. If we have number 1, then we're missing number 2. We're missing one of these scrolls, though, and I'm pretty sure it's the first one. Oh, they open at 8 o'clock. Give it 10 minutes. Let's just sit here and tap our toe for a moment. There we go. Guntar? Yeah, we don't have it because it lit us up right here. Can I move these around? I'd like to move you over to here. I want the whole set to be right next to each other. I don't know what the order is, but it'd be nice to get it done. So what do you got for me? You've got a Dwarvish translation guide. It's a crafting Oh, we just learned that now? God, there's so many books to read in here. And so little time. So little time. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're standing right now. I think we need to turn that in. And then what was the other blacksmith bundle? Do I have the other blacksmith bundle? Because if we can just bang out the whole thing right now. The blacksmith bundle and a geologist bundle. We need quartz, frozen tear, fire quartz, and earth crystal. I think I have those, actually. We might be able to finish the blacksmith area. If we can finish that, I'll go ahead and do it on camera. But if we don't have the stuff, then I'll probably break it off in just a minute. But let's run back real fast in our super awesome purple booties, and we'll see what we can lock down here, because I am feeling quite key-like at the moment. I'm feeling like everything's where I want it to go. I got a Chrysler 300 this week because my old car has not been working so good. And I found a guy in town who was moving to LA, and so he was just trying to unload this thing like dirt cheap. It has like 80,000 miles on it. He sold it like way lower than Blue Book. I could tell he had a little bit of seller's remorse after he handed the keys and the pink off to me. And I was like, sorry, man. Like, we shook on it and everything. You shouldn't have agreed on it if you shook on it. I'm not like trying to renegotiate right now. Ooh, we got a bunch of... Oh, wow. Okay. All right, chickens. All right, chickens. Everybody's having a good day today. Good for you, chickens. You guys are being my heroes at the moment. And so I'm kind of flying high on the hog right now. I'm having a really, really good week. I feel like things are moving for me right now, and I feel happy and thankful for it, you know? I really sincerely do. And I know it's like a broke record. I don't know who's going to watch what episode, though, and so I try to reiterate things that are going on for me one episode to the next, just so people that missed maybe a previous episode will know. And I don't think it was probably the wisest car choice. I probably should have gotten something like a Mazda 6 or something like that if I was looking for like super reliable. But honestly, I was just looking for something. I bet you anything that I maybe put 10,000 miles on that car in like the next 3 years. Because I walk everywhere. I don't really drive a whole lot. But when I drive, I wanted to look a little bit cleaner than the Cavalier. And the Cavalier hasn't been running so great lately. And the Cavalier does not inspire confidence in me right now. So I got to unload that. I think I'm probably just going to get like, I don't know. For the Cavalier, I'd be pretty happy if I got 2 out of it, to be honest, because it's not a nice car. It's a little beat up, so I don't think I'm going to get Blue Book value for it. I may have to wheel and deal a little bit if I wanted to get a really good price on it, but I might give somebody a break. I'm willing to bet the first person that contacts me about that car is probably going to be like somebody who's like 16 and looking for a first car or whatever. And if it is, I got screwed on my first car when I was a kid. Like, they took me to town. And so I'd like to do something nice for somebody. And so I might let them have it like dirt nasty cheap and just be like, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Be 16. Have that car and have a good time with it. You know, you earn the money. You worked hard and saved up for it, and just like do them a solid. You know what I mean? I like giving people breaks. That's why I could never be a cop or do any job like car salesman or anything. Because I like giving people breaks. It makes me happy to see the smile on their face. Especially if it doesn't like affect me that much to give them a break. Like, everybody deserves a break every now and again, you know? Have somebody, because like there's so many people in life that are trying to screw you like on a daily basis, just try to take and take and take from you, and everybody needs a break every now and again. What did I do with that earth crystal? There it is. I knew I had one in here somewhere. We'll go ahead and drop all this stuff off. You guys got lucky. We had enough to finish off all of these sets, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, so I couldn't do a job like that. I give too many breaks, and people be like, yeah, he's a mark, he's weak. He can't make it out here. He doesn't know how to put people to the screws. And I'm like, well, I know how. I just don't like doing it. Like, I don't like that uncomfortable look when you just, like, really take it to somebody on a deal or something like that. I'd at least like both people to feel like they got an okay deal out of the whole thing. I don't want people to feel too nasty about it. I don't like being that guy that people vilify in their head, you know? And it's bad for business, too. I believe that the world is a small place, and eventually somebody's going to control your fate in their hands. And they're going to get you if they have the opportunity to do so. I've had the role reversed before where somebody screwed me hella hard on a deal. And then later on, as luck would have it, I forgot to bring quartz over here with me, didn't I? Damn it. Son of a bitch. Okay, I'll go get it in just a second. Blacksmith bundle. There we go. That's all nice and taken care of. The mine carts, I don't even know what they do. We'll have to sort that out later on. We got a present right here, though. They gave us a free furnace. Oh, that's not too bad. I'll take it. Here, let me cut and I'll come back. I'm back. All right, let's turn this in and get this thing wrapped up. Bundle complete. Oh, we got 5 omnis. That's pretty good. And these little guys over here, yeah, there they are, doing their little headbanging thing. They're getting their Megadeth on right now. Just like, oh. This house was empty for years. The trees moved in, so did we. I can't move my mouse right now. For those of you screaming, cursor! I can't move the cursor. So what can I do with this right here? Does it give me a coal supply or anything like that? Does coal, like, respawn in here? That'd be great. I guess we'll find out. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. I will see you all in future episodes. Thank you so much for stopping on by. I appreciate you being here. It's been a blast just talking about life and stuff with all of you. I will see you all in the future. Bye.